everyone. Let us start with chapter 6, that is anatomy of flowering plants. In that we have already studied about plant tissue. Plant tissues are of two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. In case of meristematic tissue, the cells keeps on dividing and redividing, while in case of permanent tissue, the cells cannot divide. Again, it is classified as simple tissue and complex tissue. The types of simple tissue are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, while that in case of complex tissue is xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem together forms the vascular bundle. Now let us see how these tissues are arranged in the plant organ, that is whether it is root, stem or leaves. So first of all, starting with the section of root, that is dicotyledonous root or dicot root. In its transfer section, how these all tissues are arranged, that we will study in this case. So if we take a transfer section, then it will be a circular section like this. This one is the section of the root. This is section of root, while this one is section of stem. So in case of root, it is a circular section. So here in this diagram, I have shown only the part of the circular section. So here let us start with first layer, that is first outermost layer. It is called as epidermis. It is made up of parenchyma cell. It is having root hair. In case of root, the root hair are unicellular. Then many layers of cortex is present. Cortex, the cells of cortex are also parenchymatous and intercellular space will be present. The innermost layer of cortex, it is called as endodermis. That is also parenchymatous and it is barrel shaped cell. In case of endodermis, the radial walls and tangential walls, they are having deposition of suberin, which is a wax, that is a lipid. So that forms Casparian strip. These walls are forming Casparian strip having deposition of suberin. Then next to it is a pericycle, second layer inside the endodermis. It is pericycle. Pericycle is also made up of parenchymatous cell. The function of pericycle is to develop lateral roots, and later on, when the secondary growth takes place, vascular cambium will give rise to a secondary growth. Secondary growth will take place with the help of vascular cambium. That is the function of pericycle. Inside, in the center is the pith, which is small. Again, it is made up of parenchymatous tissue. Now about xylem and phloem, that is the conducting tissue. So xylem, these are called as xylem, this is called phloem. So it is radially arranged alternately. One bundle of xylem, then phloem, xylem, then phloem. So here you can observe 4 bundles of xylem and 4 bundles of phloem are present. So the condition is called as tetrarch. Vascular bundles are said to be tetrarch. Now here, this smaller one, they are called as protoxylem. So protoxylem is towards the periphery, towards the outer side, while this bigger one are said to be the metaxylem. So metaxylem is towards the center, facing towards the center. So such arrangement of xylem is called as exarch. Then they are radially arranged, alternately arranged. So vascular bundles are said to be radial, and cambium is not present in between xylem and phloem. So it is called as closed. So vascular bundles are said to be exarch, tetrarch and radial, and they are closed because cambium is absent. When secondary growth takes place, at that time cambium will be formed. So this is the section of dicot root. Now in case of monocot root, monocot root, it is also having single layer of epidermis made up of parenchyma cell. Root hair are present which are unicellular. Many layer of cortex which is made up of parenchyma cell. Then comes endodermis. Now here endodermis, it is the radial as well as the inner wall is having deposition of suberin, so which is forming Casparian strip. So here radial as well as inner wall is having deposition of suberin, which forms Casparian strip. So water cannot be transported, as this is suberin is lipid in nature, wax in nature. So the cells which are opposite to the protoxylem, they do not show such thickening of suberin, that is called as passage cell. So transportation of water takes place from the cortex to the endodermis, and through the passage cell it enters into the xylem. The cells between the xylem and phloem are called as conjunctive tissue. They are also parenchymatous, but later on it becomes sclerenchymatous to give mechanical strength. In the center is the pith, which is larger compared to the dicot root. Then xylem. Again xylem is exarch because protoxylem is towards outer side and metaxylem is towards the pith. So here also bundle of xylem is present, then phloem. Again xylem is present, then phloem. So alternately they are present. So again vascular bundle is said to be radial. Cambium is absent, so the vascular bundle is said to be closed. And here vascular bundles are more in number, so it is called as hexarch if 6 are present, or polyarch if many are present. And the stele region is from pericycle till the pith. That much region is called as stele. So here if we compare root of dicot and that of monocot, the difference is in case of endodermis. Endodermis only radial walls are having Casparian strip, while here in case of monocot radial as well as inner wall are having Casparian strip, deposition of suberin. So passage cells are present in case of monocot root, while here in case of dicot root it is absent. Then conjunctive tissue, here it is parenchymatous, that is between phloem and xylem it is parenchymatous, while in this case it is parenchymatous but later on it becomes sclerenchymatous. Then pith is larger compared to the dicot root. So that is the difference, and vascular bundles are more compared to the dicot root. So here it is tetrarch, while here it is hexarch or polyarch. Now let us see in case of stem, TS of transverse section of stem of dicot. Now here in this case again epidermis is single layer. In epidermis stomata will be present in case of stem. Above the epidermis layer of cuticle is present, which is wax, lipid in nature, and it is wax. So cuticle, the function of cuticle is it reduces the rate of transpiration. Then stem hair are present which are multicellular called as trichome. Now here hypodermis, 2 to 3 layers of hypodermis is present which is made up of collenchyma. Then comes cortex region which is made up of parenchyma. In between you can see resin ducts which secrete resin. Then comes endodermis. Now in case of dicot stem, the endodermis stores starch grain, so it is also called as starch sheet. Next comes pericycle. Now here pericycle is present in the form of semilunar patch, and it is made up of sclerenchyma. Below pericycle phloem is present, and in between phloem and xylem cambium is present for secondary growth. Now here the bundle of xylem, here you can see the metaxylem is facing towards outer side, while protoxylem is facing towards the inner side, towards the pith region. So here the arrangement of xylem is said to be endarch, and it is said to be conjoined because it is on the same radius. Bundle of phloem and bundle of xylem, it is on the same radius, so it is called as conjoint. Then on the side parenchymatous cells are present which is called as medullary rays. These are also parenchymatous. So in case of dicot stem, the vascular bundles are arranged in the form of ring, which is the characteristic of dicot stem. All these vascular bundles are arranged in the form of ring. So vascular bundles are conjoint, they are open because cambium is present, and endarch because metaxylem is towards outer side and protoxylem is facing towards the inner side. Vascular bundles are arranged in the form of ring. Now in case of monocot stem, in monocot stem epidermis is present, layer of cuticle is present. Here also hypodermis is present, but it is sclerenchymatous. Now here ground tissue, it is not distinguished into cortex, endodermis, pericycle. It is present simply as a parenchymatous cell. Now here the vascular bundles, they are scattered. The vascular bundle that is towards periphery will be smaller in size, while those towards the center, they are larger in size. Now here in vascular bundle, it is having a bundle sheet around it, and that is made up of sclerenchyma. Then metaxylem is present, protoxylem is present. Metaxylem is towards periphery, protoxylem is facing towards the inner side, so again it is endarched. Then it is also having a lysogenous cavity. So here vascular bundles are conjoint and close. Conjoint because on the same radius, phloem as well as xylem, they are present on the same radius, and close because cambium is absent. Now here in phloem, in case of monocot stem, phloem parenchyma is absent because food is stored in the endosperm of the seed. So here in case of maize seed, for example, this one is the embryo part, while this part is the endosperm. So the food is stored here in the seed. That's why phloem parenchyma is absent in this phloem. So vascular bundles are conjoint and closed, and xylem are endarched. So what is the difference between dicot stem and monocot stem? That is, here hypodermis is made up of parenchyma, here hypodermis is made up of sclerenchyma. Here vascular bundles will be arranged in the form of ring, here vascular bundles are scattered. Here the ground tissue is classified into cortex, endodermis, pericycle, medullary rays. Here in this case ground tissue is not differentiated. Then here cambium is present, while in case of monocot stem, cambium is absent. Here lysogenous cavity is present in the vascular bundle, here lysogenous cavity is absent. So that is the difference between monocot stem and dicot stem. Now let us study about the leaf. So if we see the section of the leaf, then it will be like this one. Here such a thin section you have to observe under the microscope. So if you observe under the microscope, then you will see in case of dicot leaf, which is also called as dorsiventral leaf, because here this ground tissue in case of leaf is called as mesophyll. So here ground tissue is of two type, so it is called as dorsiventral leaf. Now let us see the different parts. So in case of leaf, it is having upper epidermis and lower epidermis. In the epidermis, stomata are present. In case of dicot leaf, number of stomata are more towards the lower epidermis and less towards the upper epidermis. It is also called as adaxial epidermis, and this is called as abaxial epidermis. Then it is having a layer of cuticle to reduce the rate of transpiration. Then this mesophyll cells are of two types, that is palisades and this is called as spongy. Palisade, they are rectangular in shape, while spongy are oval in shape, and it is having intercellular space in between. They are having chloroplast, so photosynthesis can take place. Then vascular bundle, here vascular bundle is having bundle sheet which is made up of parenchyma. Xylem will be towards the upper epidermis and phloem will be towards the lower epidermis. So vascular bundle will be present in the veins and the midrib. So here vascular bundles are again conjoint because phloem as well as xylem are on the same radius, and it is closed because cambium is absent, because the lifespan of the leaf is short, so cambium is not required, secondary growth is not required. So in case of dicot, dorsiventral, why it is called dorsiventral? Because mesophyll cells are of two types, palisade and spongy. Vascular bundle is having sheet of parenchyma. and number of stomata will be more towards the lower epidermis and less towards the upper epidermis. Now in case of isobilateral leaf or monocot leaf, now it is called isobilateral leaf because mesophyll cells are not differentiated into palisade and spongy. Now here upper epidermis is present, lower epidermis is present. Number of stomata will be same on upper as well as lower epidermis. Then cuticle, layer of cuticle is present, which is a wax to reduce the rate of transpiration. Then vascular bundles are present. Vascular bundles, now here it is having sclerenchymatous sheet. Xylem will be towards upper side, facing towards the upper epidermis. Phloem will be towards the lower epidermis. Now in case of grass, there are group of cells which are called as bulliform cells, and curved trichome are present on the side. The function of this bulliform cell, it is present in the upper epidermis, adaxial epidermis, is during the hot climate it will fold the leaf, so rate of transpiration will be reduced, and when the temperature is humid, at that time it will swell the absorb the water and it will swell. So difference between dicot and monocot leaf is mesophyll cell is differentiated into two types, that is palisade and spongy, while here it is not differentiated. Then vascular bundle is having sheet of parenchyma, while here vascular bundle is having sheet of sclerenchyma. Then number of stomata will be more on the lower side in case of dicot leaf, while in case of monocot leaf the number of stomata are same. Thank you.